When is the right time to marry? That is the question echoing in the hearts of men and women across generations, across cultures, across societies. Some rush into marriage and regret it. Others delay it endlessly, waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. Some marry for pressure, others for passion, and many for the wrong reasons. But the truth is that marriage is too sacred, too powerful, too influential to be treated casually. The timing of marriage is as important as the choice of a spouse, because an unripe fruit, no matter how sweet it looks, will never taste good when eaten too early. Let us begin by clearing away one of the biggest misconceptions. The right time to marry is not determined by age. Some people think that once they reach a certain number, 25, 30, 35, they must marry because society says so. But marriage is not about numbers on a calendar. It's about maturity in character. You can be 20 and ready if you have discovered yourself. Or you can be 50 and unprepared if you are still lost in confusion. Time does not prepare you for marriage. Growth does. So the first condition of the right time to marry is self-discovery. You cannot give yourself to another until you know who you are. If you do not know your identity, you will lose yourself in the marriage. If you do not know your vision, you will depend on someone else's. If you do not know your values, you will compromise them under pressure. Marriage is not two incomplete people trying to complete each other. Marriage is two whole individuals joining their completeness in a union of strength. That is why the most dangerous lie of romance is the idea that someone else can complete you. No, you must already be complete in God and in yourself before you marry. Otherwise, you will drain your spouse with expectations they were never designed to fulfill. The second condition is emotional maturity. Marriage is not for children, even if they are old in body. It is for those who can control their emotions, handle conflict, forgive quickly, and sacrifice daily. The right time to marry is when you have mastered yourself enough to manage someone else's weaknesses with patience. If you cannot control your anger, do not marry yet. If you cannot forgive offenses, do not marry yet. If you cannot stay committed in difficulty, do not marry yet. Because marriage is a covenant, not a contract. You cannot tear it up when you are offended. You must endure, grow, and love through storms. The third condition is financial stability, not wealth, but stability. Many confuse readiness for marriage with being rich. But marriage does not require you to be a millionaire. It requires you to be responsible. If you cannot manage your money as a single person, you will mismanage it as a married one. Marriage multiplies responsibility. It introduces children, homes, bills, and futures to plan for if you are still reckless with money. Living paycheck to paycheck with no discipline, the timing is not right. The right time to marry is when you can handle the burden of another life depending on you. The fourth condition is spiritual grounding. Marriage is not just physical attraction or emotional connection. It is a spiritual covenant. That means you must know who you are in God, what your purpose is in Him, and how to lead or follow His guidance. If you are still confused about your faith, still wavering in your convictions, still unstable in your walk, you are not ready to anchor a covenant. The storms of marriage will test your foundation. Without spiritual grounding, you will collapse when trials come. The fifth condition is vision. Marriage is not about where you are now, but where you are going. Two cannot walk together unless they agree. If you do not know your vision, You cannot know who should walk with you. The right time to marry is when your vision is clear enough to know the kind of partner who can help fulfill it. Because marriage is not just romance, it is assignment. It is not just about love, it is about destiny. Love may ignite the flame, but vision sustains the fire. Without vision, marriage becomes aimless companionship. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two people who marry because they feel lonely. At first, the loneliness disappears, replaced by excitement and passion. But as weeks turn into months, they realize loneliness was never the problem. The problem was a lack of self-understanding. And now they are two confused people sharing a house. Or imagine two people who marry for beauty and attraction. The looks fade. The passion fluctuates, but the lack of shared vision becomes unbearable. Marriage cannot be built on feelings alone. Feelings are waves. Vision is the anchor. And let me be clear. Pressure is one of the worst reasons to marry. Pressure from parents, from culture, from friends. When will you marry? Why are you still single? Time is running out. Listen to me. It is better to be single wishing you were married than married wishing you were single. Rushing into marriage because of pressure is like planting seeds in winter. They will not grow, no matter how badly you want a harvest. The right time is not when others say it is. The right time is when your maturity, your vision, your stability, and your purpose align. But I also must warn you against delay without cause. Some people are never ready because they are waiting for perfection. They want the perfect partner, the perfect income, the perfect season. They delay and delay, thinking that one day all conditions will align, but perfection never comes. You must understand the difference between readiness and perfection. Readiness means you have grown enough to handle responsibility. Perfection means flawless, and no one will ever reach that. The right time is not when everything is perfect, but when you are prepared enough to grow through imperfection. Now consider the challenges of our modern world: economic uncertainty, burnout, fear of failure, shifting roles. Many delay marriage because they fear it will be an additional burden. But the truth is that a strong marriage is not a burden, it is a blessing. It is a partnership that multiplies strength, not just adds responsibility. The right time to marry is when you see marriage as partnership, not pressure. When you understand that two are better than one, because if one falls, the other lifts them up. Marriage requires a season of preparation. That season is not measured by years, but by growth. Ask yourself, have I mastered my emotions? Do I know my vision? Am I stable in my finances? Am I grounded in my faith? Have I discovered who I am? If the answer is no, then wait. If the answer is yes, then you may be ready, because marriage is not something you grow into after saying, I do. You must grow before you say it. Let us deal with love. Many people think the right time to marry is when they fall in love. But falling in love is not the foundation of marriage. Falling in love is chemistry, attraction, infatuation. It is powerful, but it is not permanent. The right time to marry is when you have moved beyond falling in love to choosing love. Love is not a fall, it is a decision. It is a commitment to give yourself to someone else consistently, regardless of feelings. Feelings fluctuate. Commitment sustains. The right time is when you are mature enough to commit to love, not just feel it. Let me say this clearly. Loneliness is not solved by marriage. Many lonely singles become lonely spouses. If you are lonely as a single person, it is because you have not yet learned to enjoy your own company. to cultivate your own purpose, to find fulfillment in God. Marriage cannot fix that. The right time to marry is when you are content alone, not desperate for someone else to fill your emptiness. Contentment is the foundation of covenant. Marriage is not an escape from problems. Some think, once I marry, my financial struggles will disappear. My emotional struggles will heal. My personal flaws will be covered. No, marriage magnifies everything. If you are insecure, single, you will be insecure, married. If you are irresponsible, single, you will be irresponsible, married. If you are immature, single, you will be immature, married. Marriage does not solve problems. It multiplies them. The right time to marry is when you have dealt with your problems enough that they do not destroy another person's peace. So when is the right time to marry? When you have discovered yourself, when you have disciplined your emotions, when you have stabilized your finances, when you have clarified your vision, when you have grounded your faith, when you have chosen love, not just fallen into it, when you are content alone, not desperate for companionship, when you are prepared to give, not just eager to receive, when you see marriage as a covenant of purpose, not an escape from pressure. And let me give you one more principle. The right time to marry is not just about your readiness. It is also about meeting the right person at the right time. You may be ready, but if they are not, the timing is wrong. Marriage requires alignment, not just affection. Both must be ready in character, in purpose, in maturity. If one is ready and the other is not, the covenant will be strained. The beauty of marriage is in synchronized timing. So to every single man and woman listening, do not rush and do not delay. Prepare yourself, grow yourself, build yourself, and when your season of readiness comes, you will recognize it. The fruit of maturity cannot be hidden. And when you enter marriage at the right time, with the right person, for the right reasons, your marriage will not just survive, it will thrive. It will fulfill destiny. It will bless generations. It will reflect the purpose for which it was created. The right time to marry is not marked by age, culture, or pressure. It is marked by growth, purpose, maturity, and vision. And when those align, marriage becomes not just a relationship, but a covenant that changes the world. That is the secret of perfect timing.